Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. We have an air filter here that we're going to replace in the QX60 today. As you can see, this is how much it costs and the part number. So we are leaving the auto parts store now and we're going to head home to show you how it's done. It's a pretty straightforward process, so let's get started. Okay, so now that we are in our driveway, we're going to come to the front of the truck. We're going to open up the hood, of course, and we're going to locate the airbox where the engine filter is located. And in the same time, we're going to pull out the new filter, I'm sorry, and put that to the side. There are no tools required here for this particular install or this particular job. And the way you go about it is you undo these two clips that you can clearly see that are facing you when you open up the hood. There's no cover or anything special to remove. And then you gotta kind of have to fiddle a little bit with the intake box because it's connected to the intake hose that goes to the manifold on one side, and on the other side to the intake resonator on the front of the car. So it's kind of like fixed in a position, but you have enough play and enough wiggle because that hose back there is a rubber hose. And so you'll just kind of, you're gonna need two hands here. So with two hands, come back and you'll be able to gain enough space to pull the old filter out, and it's going to be the reverse order process to go back in. And so we're going to inspect the old filter. While inspecting, take note of the factory part number. So that's good to see that this was the factory air filter that was inside this truck, and it's pretty beat up. You can see all the dark spots on the bottom of the filter. That's the side that faces the outside of the car, the air that's coming in. So it's doing its job. It's protecting your engine from all the different things that can come in there and harm the engine. And we also have a hole, so that's not good in the media. That no longer is doing the job that it needs to do. So hopefully your filter doesn't look as bad as mine. Change it before it gets to that point. So now we're going to take the new filter and inspect it and match it up, and take note that that side, the ribbed side where the media is ribbed, that will go on the bottom. The flat part of the filter will go on top. Now let's take a look at the inside of the airbox. What we're looking for inside here is any kind of debris that made its way in or anything that might be dead, and also for oil residue as well. It tends to be more on the top of the box. So we're going to take a look here, while also noting the factory air intake sensor, which is responsible for helping out the engine calculate your gas mileage. And surprisingly, it's pretty clean inside here, so we're just going to go ahead and reinstall the new filter because I had an idea of coming in here with some degreaser and a towel, but it's actually really clean inside there. So this vehicle's pretty new. So let's remove the new filter from the packaging and get it ready to go. There's no particular way that this goes in other than the flat part that you see there goes up top and the rib part goes on the bottom. So one thing to note too is you can see the part number here, and I had gotten an idea to put the date and the mileage that my truck has in order to, for a reference point in the future. You don't have to do this, but next time the filter is serviced, you'll quickly know when it was installed and how many miles the vehicle had, so that it'll give you a good idea as to whether or not the filter should be changed out. Alright, so order of reverse operations, and you're going to note here that the filter is going to fight you a little bit. There's a little groove on the bottom of the box there, and you basically want to match the rubber on the filter into those grooves, and they basically create a seal so that the air is forced to go through the filter and do its job. So you need two hands. You'll have to finesse it in there, just like You had to finesse the box to get open enough. And you'll see here, it takes a little while. I'm getting the rubber aligned in the grooves there. It's pretty straightforward once you get inside there. That's the best way to describe it. And again, finesse the box to come on down. It's going to fight you a little bit, but when it's ready to go in, you'll hear it click and snap, and it's not something that you have to force. It'll either close or it won't close. And you'll see right here. You hear the snap? There it is. So we're just going to go around now and make sure that everything is installed properly and that there's no gaps in the box. The hooks, you can see here, are clamped down. They're not stretched out in any way, shape, or form. Everything is exactly as it should be. And that's it. You're basically done. You can stop watching the video now if you'd like. I'm going to take one more step that's not necessary, but I'm just being a little anal retentive. And we're going to put a little piece of tape here with the date and the mileage of when the filter was changed out, just in case myself or a mechanic is working on this vehicle. Everything will align up, and then you know that you're changing the filter out when you need to. So that's all. Please comment down below if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.